probably around March or yeah, I think they were right around. Yeah, I was probably in July or August because I think they had just hit 16 million when I joined. So not the beginning, but the middle of 2013 is kind of when I joined in. And all these goals, God, it's just wacky. 25 million, 27, 28, 29. And so by the end of 2013, they had gotten to 35 million. Wow. Pretty epic. So it definitely shows you the interest in space-based sims. But another question to ask is, what is it you want to get out of it, right? Is it just shoot 'em up stuff? Are you just interested in a world where you don't really care about backstories or any of that kind of crap? You just kind of want to get put in the middle of everything and shoot at stuff? Is it that? And then you're happy finding randomly generated loot or, derelicts that you can check out or whatever? Or are you interested in kind of playing in the... look, I'm getting a phone call. Are you kind of interested in getting into the story, right? Where maybe you influence the story? Because again, that sounds like Star Citizen. That sounds like what I have heard can happen with storylines within the game, where individual players can actually impact what the universe sees related to that story. So it's not like a World of Warcraft thing where you take on a quest, and that quest, everyone gets that quest, but each of you, your results, your experience, what you do or don't do is isolated to you, right? Because everybody else obviously did the same thing. Whereas my understanding of something like Star Citizen, let's say you decide to be an explorer in Star Citizen. Now, in Elite Dangerous, if I decide to be an explorer, I go to systems I've never been to before that I have no data on. I scan them. I can go to each planet. I can go to each body, scan it, and get data, and then I can go sell it to the cartographers, right? Well, so can everybody else. The cartographer will pay twice for the same data, or multiple times for the same data. My understanding is that's not how it works in Star Citizen. Meaning, let's say I'm Explorer guy. I've got my Constellation ship, and I'm out there doing my thing, and I discover a jump point. And I take that jump point to a system. My understanding is if I do not declare that jump point and that system, if I don't report back or communicate back the coordinates and that it exists, no one knows about it. So in theory, I suppose, if you discover a star system that has tons of cool stuff in it, you can go in there, do your thing, get all the profit out of it you possibly can, then you can report it. And I guess you get money for that as well, right, for the discovery. But once it's discovered by a player, it's discovered. And the player gets to name it, if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty damn cool. Once Joe Smith discovers a jump point and a system on the other end of it, he discovered that jump point, and once he sends out word, reports back on it, it's done. Everyone knows about it. It becomes part of the star maps for other people, right? Other thing I heard was that it's even cooler than that, in that there's the ripple effect. So in other words, this guy reports what he finds, it goes through the transponders back to whoever takes care of this data, but all of the players in the game only discover it as it disseminates through the navigational communication network. So a guy who's one system away will hear about it maybe before the central systems do. In other words, it's not just boink, it's there automatically for everybody at the same time. You actually only learn about it based on where you fall in the network that communicates that stuff. Now that's just cool. I know that's geeky and it's lame and it's small. Well, it's not lame at all, I don't think, but it's a small thing. But I think that's awesome. I think that's cool. Which makes me not cool. I get that. But that kind of stuff is is what really brings in the immersion, right? Because in the real world, that's the way it would happen. It would take time. Now, and I have not read this on the website. I listened to the 10 from the chairman that Chris Roberts does every week. And so he'll answer questions in these videos. You should go to YouTube and check them out because they're actually very cool. But he's made comments, he's provided answers to these questions that indicate that's exactly the way this stuff's going to work. Just very cool stuff. Which makes it feel much more living and breathing than the feeling I get from Elite Dangerous. Doesn't mean I don't like Elite Dangerous. Doesn't mean that I might take a break from Star Citizen to play Elite Dangerous just because I want I hate to use the word simpler, because I'm not really sure that's what it is. And and then I want to say less complicated, but if you look up the word simpler, I'm sure that less complicated is in there. But I think you know what I'm talking about. Right? Yeah? Just maybe if I want something I don't need to get some fun out of it, I don't need to invest as much actual time grinding to get things done. Yeah, so I don't know. Except for when I have to go to this kind of crap. If someone could just tell me if there's a way around this. What am I doing wrong? This cannot be the way this game was designed to be. This cannot be right. I mean, literally, if I wasn't doing a live stream, I would get up, I would leave, I'd go make myself a drink, maybe go watch TV for a little while, and then come back. That is not the way you want people playing your game. Just a little clue to the makers of Elite Dangerous. God, what else can we talk about? What do you think currently are the top 3 missing things in Elite Dangerous that either are planned for or are not planned for that you think will enhance gameplay? I would argue that a much more diverse random encounter system, an ability to interact with derelict ships, and a smarter way of dealing with recovered cargo that you recover from space. Instead of that being immediately criminalized, there has got to be some sort of a salvage/recovery thing. If I come in to a station with stuff that I have marked as recovered in flight, and I give the coordinates, they know what ship that stuff was supposed to go to, right? Because supposedly the reason why I'm marked as a bad guy is because that stuff was digitally signed as assigned to a certain player with a certain ship. Well, why can't, in the real world, when I recover this crap, sometimes there's a finder's fee, but a guy isn't criminalized by picking up stuff that he salvages from a wreck, or that he finds floating in the ocean, right? If you find packages floating in the ocean, when you pick them up and bring them back to the authorities, you're not arrested, right? So I think there needs to be a better logic behind random stuff that you encounter. There needs to be a better way to do this, because this is just retarded. This is stupid. I hate it. I think there needs to be a better economic interface to help you work through what trades work best, that type of thing. And I also think that there should be a sort of a log of the trades you've done that were and be able to sort them by this was the most profitable, this place to this place was the most profitable, and you should be able to separate it by jobs taken versus resources transported, where you just picked the resource you were going to pick up at location A and transport to location B. There should be a history of that. There should be a ship's log of every time you transported something, how much it cost you, where you got it, and where you dropped it off, and how much you made, right? And how long it took you to transport it from A to B. Oh, wow. A new contact. Way out here. In the middle of nowhere. They're coming up behind me. Or am I just past them? They're way, way above me. Or are they below me? Yeah, I think they're below me. Below me and behind. According to this crap, I still got 24 minutes. 16 minutes. It's going to be like right on the wire. If that's timing down in the same clock as what I'm seeing there, I'm screwed. If it's not, if that's minute time as in what is my system clock, and then this is some other timer, I'm literally, I may or may not make it on time. Oh, frustrating. Yeah, but I would love to hear if I'm doing something screwed up here, if I've done something horribly wrong to make this not work right. So what am I doing while this is going on? I'm over here checking my email. I mean, this isn't the way you want people to play your game. I mean, right? I got a job alert from cybercoders. I won't be, software engineer. Bartending. There's a bartending job for some reason on this particular site. Java engineer, web application developer. I won't be doing that either. The ladders. Stack software engineer. Nope, no thanks. Okay, no, that won't do either. Yeah, it's going to really suck if I get there and it's late. What happens when it's late? Does the amount I get paid drop? Or once I've missed that time, I'm just screwed? Because you know what? There is no way I could have gotten here any faster. Unless you guys tell me otherwise in the comments. Supposedly, according to this, there's 40 people watching this, so I'm not surprised no one's commenting. I'd love for you to comment. What the hell does this do? Oh, there's no one viewing now. Maybe that's it. I'm going to be very pissed off if I get there and I get... Or even worse, if I get there and I get penalized... What if I get marked as a criminal and now this load has cost me something? Well, that would suck. Yeah, see, 2 minutes have only transpired there, but that's counted down by like 5 or 6 minutes. We're at 13 minutes, 21 minutes. So when this is at 10 minutes... That should be at 18 if they're equivalent. And if it is, I'm not sure what to do about that. I don't know. Do I just get penalized? Is there just a fee? Do I get half? Or do I get completely screwed? I can't think of any other massively multiplayer games. And then that's the other question. How massively multiplayer is this? Because the other complication is that when you create a game like this with so many systems, well, what are the odds two people are even going to come across one another with that kind of expanse? If you have now